We get into position as Aggie's first item comes up. It's the small mahogany chest, one half of a pair that Aggie and her sister bought some years ago at a flea market. Jonty, you really liked this, didn't you?
It's really sweet. I think it's a wonderful story, the fact that you have one part and the other part is in, what, New Zealand. So they really couldn't be further away if you tried. But we want £30 to £50 for this.
This little miniature chest of drawers, £5.28, and I've got a little bit of interest in it already, so I'm bid £20 to be at £20 for the chest. At £20, and two I'll take at £20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30.
Hey, we've got the minimum.
Chest of drawers at £30, 32 I'll take from somebody else. At £30, anybody else? For £30 I'm going to sell it then, £30. At £30 I'm going, £30.
Good start.
Good.
Don't
Could have been better. Could have been better.
I know it could have been better, but let me tell you, it could have been worse as well. £30 is good.
Are you going to be like this for the rest of the day?
Yes.
I can see Aggie would have liked a few more pounds for the drawers, but £30 was Jonty's bottom estimate, so I don't think we should be too disappointed with our first sale of the day. Let's see if our second lot can put a smile on Aggie's face. It's the collection of blue and white Adamsware that Aggie was given as a wedding present. Jonty valued it at £20 to £40.
So we have a little collection of blue and white now. Now there's an Adams tureen and cover. Where was that from?
I think it might have been given to me as a wedding present.
Oh, really?
I know.
You're having a serious spring clean, aren't you?
No. Well, you know, I'm not using these things. They're money me as well. Being going to charity.
Puts a smile on the fiddlers in Hackney's faces.
That's right.
Is it worth £10 to go? £10 for the blue and white charity lot for £10, anybody? £5 then, £5 I'm bid there at £5 and £6. You've got 7, 8, 9, 10. £10 there at 10 with the number raised at £10. Anybody else? At £10 I'm going to sell it for a £10 note. £10 are going. 177, thank you very much.
Hold her back, hold her back.
Disappointing.
At least somebody's bought this.
Shine here.
Am I not helping the cause here?
531.
Oh dear, that result clearly hasn't gone down too well. It's fair to say we haven't exactly got off to the start we might have hoped for, but it's early days and we have plenty more items to sell, including the 150-year-old rosewood and mother-of-pearl jewellery box. Don't tell me this was a wedding present.
No, it wasn't. I think I bought it at an auction, actually, about 30 years ago. So I probably paid about £5 for it. I'd be amazed if we get 40 quid.
Is she always this ruthless at throwing things out?
She pretty much is. She is, yeah.
Well, it's a good job we caught you in time, because this box is 150 years old.
There we go. Is it worth £10 for it? Surely for a £10 note for the jewellery box, Victorian jewellery box for £10. £5 for it. For a £5 I bid there.
£5, no, we're in.
£6 though. £6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. £12 for the catalogue raised at £12. Anybody else at £12? I'm going to sell it then for £12. It's going then, £12. I'm going 191, thank you.
No, they look a miserable lot now to me.
75, 85.
It's not that bad. Our lowest estimate was 20 and we got £12 for it.
Yeah, no, it is bad. Did you not do arithmetic at school?
No, I didn't. I was too busy making albums. Well, at least I'm trying to keep positive, but there's no denying we're a long way off where we'd like to be at this moment in time. 3 items sold and only £52 banked. Oops. We really need a change in our fortunes, and maybe, just maybe, Aggie's costume jewellery is the lot to do it.
So, Aggie, we've got a collection of jewellery and costume jewellery. Well, I put a very low estimate on to really attract the buyers on this one. The bottom end estimate's 20 quid, so it should do much more than that.
You'll be pleased to know there's a little bit of interest. This is another charity lot, and I'm already bid £20.
Oh, we're there. Lowest estimate already.
2, 25, 38, 30, 32, 35, £35 then at 35, and 38 on 35, 38, 40. £40 I bid there at £40 for the door went 45. £45 in the corner. £45 at 45 in the corner then, 45.
Okay,
That's great.
Beautiful.
There we go. Start the,
Right, but 20 to 40 pounds now. 45 quid you got. There's no pleasing this girl. There's no pleasing this girl.
You know, for a brief moment, I think I actually saw Aggie smiling during that sale.
I was really pleased with the jewellery. I mean, that stuff's just been lying in the back of a drawer. In fact, it was in the top drawer of the little mahogany chest for years and years in the attic, so it's great. I'm really pleased with that.
The rest of us are also delighted with that result, as it's our first sale to exceed Jonty's top estimate. A few more like this, and I think that smile may yet return. Could the Art Deco clock be the catalyst? Jonty and Flick both liked it. Let's hope they're not the only fans in the room.
You like this clock, didn't you,
It's
Flick?
quite sleek and smart, stylish. Yeah, I think it looks good.
And does it work?
It does work, yes. It worked for as long as it was on my mantelpiece, and then I just changed my decor and I took it out.
It's only 50 quid.
That's right. Happy to see this one go?
Yeah.
568 is the Art Deco mantel clock. And again, I've got some interest in this straight off. I'm bid £20 for the lot. On the screen there for £20. 20 and bid, 22, 24, 26, 28, £30. £30 for that mantel clock, for £30. The charity lot at £30. At £30, anybody else? Anybody else want to come in? Working Art Deco mantel clock, selling then for £30. I'm going to sell it at £30, all done.
I put 30 to 50 pounds on that. Look, is there a smile?
No.
That's a wry smile, that's like...
She's thinking to herself, I'm completely cuckoo for putting that clock into auction.
They get worse.
They certainly do, and there's plenty of them. If we have to rely on my jokes to raise the smiles today, we could be in for a very long afternoon. But once again, we reach Jonty's bottom estimate, and it's another all-important contribution towards our target. So at the half-time stage, just how much have we managed to raise so far? Well, I think you should go out and get some air before you chin someone. You wanted £500. Halfway through, I can tell you that we've raised £127.
It's not looking good, is it?
Well, no, it's okay. Half-time. So I think you've got to have a cup of tea, have a look round, deep breath, relax, and we'll come back in a while, shall we?
Okay, all right then.
Whilst we have a well-deserved break following a slightly tricky first half, Aggie takes the opportunity to have a snoop around the various lots here today. She's not buying, but we know she has an eye for china, and it doesn't take her long to spot this tea set. It was made by Poole Pottery, who first began producing porcelain back in 1873. This part tea set is offered for sale together with a matching bowl and biscuit barrel with an estimate of £40 to £60. When it takes its turn in front of the room, it would seem that Aggie is the only fan as it goes unsold, and proves it's not just our items that are failing to tempt the bidders into parting with their cash. Now then, if you're thinking of buying or selling in this way, remember that charges such as commission will be added to your bill. It's always best to check these fees in advance with the sale room. Well, there are plenty more lots still to come in the second half of our sale, and Aggie's next item is about to go under the hammer. It's the heavy-duty pestle and mortar that Jonty valued between £40 to £60.
Who would want that in their kitchen?
Don't say that too loud.
Excuse me, you had it in your kitchen.
Oh, it was never in my kitchen. A friend of mine gave it to me. He was chucking it out, and I said, "Oh, don't chuck that out of it." But actually, I don't want it.
Where would you chuck it out?
You'd have to take it to the recycling centre.
Would I? Even they wouldn't want it, maybe.
Keep it over the side.
This is the best recycling centre you've got because we can get 40 to 60 pounds for it.
What's it worth, the pestle and mortar? £10 to go for it. £10 surely for a pestle and mortar. Anybody want it for £10? This is a charity lot. I'm bid £10 there. At £10 for the pestle and mortar. For £10 is all I'm bid. At £10 is all I'm bid for the pestle and mortar. At £10 you all done. At £10 it's a charity lot. I'm going to sell it for £10 if that's all right. It's going to be sold for £10. £10 going for £10. £3.49.
That was tough. It was in your kind of in your cellar or something, wasn't it?
It was. I mean, £10 is fantastic. He said more.
Well, that is a disappointing result for one of the world's heaviest pestle and mortars. But on the plus side, it looks like Aggie's taking her frustrations out on Jonty now, which is certainly a welcome relief to me.